What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back on another post-game recap as the Lakers dominate. I mean, they ate nuggets for dinner tonight. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Man, a sight for sore eyes. Look, guys, we know the depth this team has. However, ESPN still doesn't seem to realize how deep we are. They're still saying if Denver does what they did to the Clippers, that's the only way to redeem the Clippers. They're still trying to redeem the Clippers. But the Lakers come out here, man, fiercely and punish with our size and our strength with Dwight Howard. Shout out to D12, a.k.a. Superman. Play-Doh, man, he's still killing it. Playoff Rondo, a.k.a. Play-Doh, just mark it, man. He came out here still an elite floor general in this league. That's something they don't talk about enough. Playoff Rondo is still an elite floor general in this league. That's why we brought him here. GM Rob Pelinka, they know what they're doing, man. You got to love it. But let's go, Laker Nation. Killing it, baby. What was the scoreboard? A lot to a little. I'm talking 126 to 114, and it was a lot more than that. We just benched our starters as soon as the game ended. But you got to love it, man. We fired on all cylinders, and it's beautiful to watch. Now, the Lakers are 7 wins away from a championship and 3 wins away from the finals. Guys, we're counting down. We're just too good this year. I kept telling people from the start of the year when we constructed this roster, we're the deepest team in the league. People made jokes. People said it was the Clippers. Stop it. Look, we got Play-Doh. We got Dwight Howard. JaVale, who still hasn't played many minutes because he hasn't been great in the playoffs so far, but he still has room for improvement. LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, who's been shooting lights out and playing exceptional defense. Guys, our defense won us this game. Let's go, Lakers. I know y'all waving your flag with me today, babe. I know y'all waving your flag with me today. I'm so hyped. The Lakers are primed and ready for this championship. Can nothing stand in our way? And get this, Anthony Davis, 37 points, LeBron only 16. That's all he needed tonight. That's how deep we are. We still dropped 126 and sat out most of the fourth quarter. We could have went for 140 had it been a closer game, I'm telling you. But I told you guys exactly what was going to be the deal. We have to stop Jokic. Check. We held him to 21 points compared to what he was doing versus the Flippers. 21 points is nothing. Nothing. Let me correct myself. 21. Yep, 21 for him and 21 for Murray on 7 for 12 for Murray and 8 for 14 for Jokic. Now that's not going to be good enough to beat my Lakers, guys. I told you we're too deep. We're too good. We're too special. We have too much size, versatility, length. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are the brightest stars in the league, not just in the series. So again, we can't discount the Nuggets just yet. They're fighters. They're going to come back and win maybe 1, maybe 2. But this is the team that should win the series. This is definitely the team that should win the series and the team that should win the championship. We look like we could have took any team the way we played tonight. We look like we could have took the Golden State Warriors when they had KD. That's how good we look. I'll take my squad right now over that KD team. I'm telling you. And the thing is, Rondo controlled the tempo off the bench, and it's beautiful to watch Frank Vogel insert Dwight Howard. That was great coaching by Frank Vogel. Great coaching. He inserted Dwight over JaVale because Dwight was the Achilles heel of the Denver Nuggets. Now, they have good bigs in the paint, but Jokic is not as physical. So when you insert a big, hunky dude like Dwight, just bullying, he's like Hulk down there, man, just smashing everything in the paint. And he was motivated. So like I told you guys pregame, I expect a motivated Dwight and JaVale because they didn't play the previous game. Well, one of them showed up. Hey, my man Vic, he did say Lakers in 4. I'm starting to believe you, but I still respect the Nuggets where I give them at least 1 or 2 games max. But you know what? It started looking like Lakers in 4 because we looked poised. We're hitting our stride at the right time. The scariest moment in the game was when LeBron tweaked his ankle. The way he went up it initially, I didn't see it. The way he went up, I was so scared that it was going to be an Achilles or tendon rupture. Oh, my goodness. Thank God it was just a minor tweak. But we'll have to monitor his minutes moving forward because, we want him healthy for the final, especially if we're going up against that Miami or Boston team. They're both defensive-minded teams. So I love it. All you guys say Lakers in 4, I'm starting to believe it now. I still have Lakers in 5 or 6, but most likely 5. But you know what? If the Lakers play like this, nobody can beat us the rest of the playoffs. So I believe Lakers in 4 this season, this series, if we keep playing like this, and Lakers in 4 the next series if we keep playing like this. But one game at a time, guys. We showed up poised. I think we were extra motivated that LeBron and AD didn't get MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. I think those guys really showed up extra. I thought they were both exceptional. LeBron, he was aggressive early, and then after we took over, we didn't need him to be aggressive, so he's pacing himself when necessary. Steven Scott, appreciate you, bro. He said, Dan, he said, we got better Morris twin, which is tougher and smarter. I was saying it all along. I thought we got the better Morris twin. People were trying to correct me and say, nah, the other one's better. I was like, I take defensive over offensive. And he's knocking down shots efficiently, which the other twin caught a virus or something because he ain't knocking down shots at all. But obviously we know the virus was the Clippers. Lowest in the room, he said chicken nuggets got eaten. Bruh, the way we came out and destroyed, I did not expect this. I expected us to win, but we dominated from end to end. And I like the defensive intensity from the start. I told you guys in pregame, defense is the key. Defense wins championships. We got to shut down Nikola Jokic. That's up to AD. The most crucial player in the series is AD. I told you guys, even though LeBron's crucial as well, AD is going to be the key piece. And yeah, played the crap out of Jokic. I'm talking 37-21. That's why he's an MVP candidate, and that's why he's a defensive player of the year. But he's a beast. And again, Joker, what we did with him is we got him in foul trouble. Dwight was a huge catalyst for that. I thought Dwight Howard was the player of the game. Him and Rondo, both of those guys, man. The shots Rondo are hitting right now, he reminds me of, him when he was with Boston, when he was out there, competing for MVPs. Rondo's never stopped being elite. Like, if you know his game, it's never been based off of super athleticism. He has enough athleticism, enough speed, but he's very crafty, very heady, similar to Chris Paul. And now that his jumper is falling, he's exactly what Chris Paul would have gave us. He's given us that, except he's doing it off the bench, which is even better. Because when our main floor general LeBron goes to the bench, we got another one coming up in Rondo. And that's why I tell you guys playoff experience matters. I mentioned this yesterday in my Western Conference preview. That's why I like the way we built this team. We have everything. We have youth, we have superstar power, and we have veteran leadership and a good coach. So shout out to Frank again for making that adjustment at the half and starting Dwight. We took off on him. Jackson Darkest, appreciate you, bro. He said, Joker was elbowing everyone until Dwight came in and killed that noise. Way to go, Howard. Well, I'm not going to sit here and complain about the elbows and stuff. It's physical. It's the playoffs. We have to be able to take it. But we responded the right way. We responded the right way. We got tough on them. And we used our size to bully them. That's simple as that. People were saying small ball's the new way, blah, blah, blah. Bigs aren't useful no more in the NBA. They don't know basketball. Bigs will always be useful in the NBA. You have to have the right ones. That's how Toronto won the championship last year. They had Serge Ibaka, Marcus, so they have plenty of bigs and size and versatility. They have plenty of wings and guards. That's how we built our team. That's why I said, as soon as we built, I said championship, guys, championship. And people were saying, Dan, how are you so sure? Don't feel so entitled. I feel entitled because we win in the title, baby. I see it. The writing is on the wall. If you know basketball, you recognize a championship team when you see it. When we kept Bynum and traded for Gasol, I know championships were coming. I knew it. I said, if it ain't this year, it'll be next year. Too bad I didn't have a YouTube channel back then. But I'm telling you, I could just recognize, and not just a championship team, but this could potentially be a dynasty in the making, depending on Rob Pelinka and what he does the next couple of off seasons. Jameson, appreciate you, bro. He said AD was a monster tonight. Put the Joker in clamps. Man, and not just him. We did a great job of managing. We took it to Jamal Murray as well. Got him in foul trouble, and now he couldn't be as aggressive defensively or offensively. So that was huge, man. We got to stay aggressive. We attacked the paint from the get, and we let them feel our presence and our size. Love my Lakers, man. Perfectly built. Honestly, GM of the year is definitely Rob Pelinka. Seriously. Jonathan Jennings saying Nuggets fans saying it's rigged. Nah, man. They're just upset. They're upset. And that's okay. They're upset. Let them be upset tonight. Let them have it. They're not out of the series yet. We got to make sure we knock them out. We got to make sure we don't let up, man. We got to make sure we don't let up. My man right here, Mr. Class, Denver Nuggets, baby. He said Nuggets fans not rigged at all. Lakers deserve this win. They played better. Thank you, bro. Oh, my goodness. Do you see the difference between a good fan base and a trash fan base, which was the Clippers? They just talk smack with no basketball IQ versus a realistic fan base that actually recognizes game. Sometimes you just have to admit defeat. If Denver would have beat us, I would have admitted defeat and said congratulations to Denver. The same thing. But we are the better team in the series, and that's going to continue to happen. Now, I've been telling you guys all playoffs long, and even before the playoffs started, the Lakers are our own biggest enemy. When we play sloppy, which we haven't done in I don't remember how long, but when we play sloppy in this self-destruct, we're our worst opponent. Nobody can really match us. We're our worst opponent. You know what I'm saying? So the Lakers are focused right now. They look poised defensively, which I love. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are locked in, man. They're locked in. Like, we haven't seen this style of dominance since Kobe and Shaq. Seriously, the last time a team was dominating in the playoffs like this was Kobe and Shaq. So it's been a long time coming, guys. But history always repeats itself. Been telling you guys since we were, rebuilding, and I'll tell you guys that now. The Lakers are on top again. He said, Dan, when Dwight was in the Denver huddle, oh, yeah, that was funny. He said, Those loves to AD and Braun tough. Man, those guys are real superstars, like by definition. Superstars. LeBron James, Anthony Davis are above the pack, and then the rest of the league is there. But if you notice, they both were first team All-NBA. We were the only team to have two of those guys. And that just show you why we're the deepest team. We have the two megastars in the league that are dominating. He said, Dan, Charles guaranteed that the Lakers, though, that means we're going to lose. Nah, not really. Again, even a blind man can be right based on his hearing. So Charles Barkley just tried to give motivation to the Nuggets because he hates the Lakers. We know that. But even motivation can only be so much when you're going up against real talent. And I told you guys this. Look, every team left in the playoffs is good. They're all good. You don't make it this far without being a good team. The difference between them and us is we're great. And greatness, there's very few great teams in the NBA, and we're one of them. I'm telling you. My man Jackson, appreciate you. He said, veteran players got the young Bucks rattled. He said, they got a young team, but it's our year. Great game. Absolutely. Veteran leadership means so much towards winning a championship. If you don't have veteran leaders, or at least the ones that will lead you, because you can have veteran leadership, but not like, will Paul Millsap be enough to get you over the hump, or, you know what I'm saying? So there's different brands of veteran leadership. We have Dwight, been to the finals 3 times defensive player of the year. Like, they're making fun of this dude on ESPN talking about Paul George has the it's in danger of becoming the next Dwight. Excuse me, like Kuzma said, there's not a lot of players winning defensive player of the year and leading their team to the finals. Paul George most certainly hasn't done that. So please don't disrespect the Hall of Famer and Dwight. And you see what he's doing. He's revamped his career. So please keep Dwight out your mouth, Stephen A. I know you're trying to always make a name for yourself using my Lakers, but do me a favor and please stop making a fool of yourself, because you picked the Clippers as well. Now you try to backtrack and then talk smack to Max and deflect. But guess what? I'm in your grill, Stephen A. I'm calling you out. So what I'm saying is you two are a hypocrite because you flip-flop. You said Lakers first, then you went to the Clippers. Now you're back on the Lakers bandwagon. We don't want you over here. Stay over there, man. Go down with the Titanic. Sink. Jameson said Dwight Howard used his man strength to dominate down low. The way this Dwight Howard has been playing this year, he's focused, motivated. He got a second chance. Shout out to the Lakers front office organization for giving him that second chance. Shout out to LeBron for accepting it. And he's making the most of his opportunity now. Let me tell you this. Had Dwight Howard started this aggressive early in his career without the goofing off and had he been a serious player like he has become this year, early in his career, in his prime, he would have had some hardware. He would have had a championship ring at least, or two, or maybe not, because we did have Kobe going to the finals, but maybe in a different era. I'm telling you, Dwight Howard would have some hardware because he's always been a dominant big man. He just kind of had a soft personality where he wasn't necessarily willing his team to victories all the time. He had a lot of shooters around, but sometimes he would get sloppy because he wasn't taking the game as serious as it needed to be taken. Well, that Dwight Howard that people were yearning for when he was in Orlando has shown up with the Lakers. So thank God. And a lot of that credit goes to LeBron because he brings the best out of teammates. A lot of that credit goes to our veterans. Rondo, they're putting them in positions to succeed. Rondo keeps guys like Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard playing good defense because he hits them with the lobs off of the little pick action, where he rubs off of the screen, turns around, and catches a lob. Rondo is a veteran leader. He's a floor general. People don't understand how crucial that is. There has been very few floor generals that can get your team going offensively and defensively, and Rondo's one of those. He's a game manager. Rondo's the type of player that'll call a play before we even get the ball. When he's on defense, he's already calling a play for Dwight. If you notice, watch him in the huddle. He's always very vocal. Those players are rare. And I'm telling you this right now. Rajon Rondo is still one of the elite point guards in the NBA. He's just gone under the radar because of his bad reputation. And again, the shout out, kudos to the front office of the Lakers for realizing that Rondo still has a ton of potential, that playoff Rondo will still show up, and for giving him another opportunity as well. This team is built of a bunch of players that have humbled themselves and have a chip on their shoulder in comparison to the Clippers, who had, built a team full of arrogant, cocky pricks who have won nothing outside of Kawhi Leonard and were entitled. So there's a difference. He said, Dan, what's your favorite N64 game? Favorite 64 game, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. If y'all didn't play that, man, y'all missed out. Legend of Zelda is dope, man. I've been playing it since I was little, since A Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. So I love it, man. He said that Rondo shot over the backboard got me crazy. Dude, he still has a soft touch. His jumper is better than ever. Like, our team is built to win, and like my man right here said, no ego. No ego at all. They checked their ego at the door. Shout out to the front office for making them do that before acquiring them. They went through a little interview process and they passed. And sure enough, it's paying off because Dwight Howard has been sensational. By the way, Markieff Morris. What did I tell y'all about adding without subtracting? Guess what? Rob Pelinka, great minds think alike. Hire me, Rob, on the front office. I got you, bro, because you've been doing a great job. But, man, I thought of this. I was like, what if we can add somebody without subtracting? And now you've seen the benefits of that. Kuzma has been sensational. Imagine had we traded him for the brother. Man, that would have been such a fail and loss. And instead, Rob Pelinka kept Kuz and added the best brother, the defensive-minded one, who's knocking down shots and shooting lights out. Do I have a Switch? Yes, I do have a Switch, and I'm still waiting for that the sequel to that Switch. What is it called again? Breath of the Wild. I'm waiting for the sequel, man. That thing was fire. Success brings hate at Denver Nuggets, baby. He said, why hate on someone or something that doesn't have success? Exactly. He said, let's go, Dan. I'm super hyped, guys, but I expect this. I expect this from the Lakers moving forward because we are the best team left in the bubble. And so I'd actually be disappointed if we weren't dominating like this. But all in all, man, the Lakers are taking care of business. And LeBron, AD, leading by example on and off the court. I love it, man. I love it. He said, Lakers has so many alley-oop dunks. They're the new Lob City. Please don't ever call us that. That's a gimmick. Lob City, now we're Chip City. We're the real championship city. The other, see, some Nuggets fans believe that they were going to, come in here and destroy us because they beat the Clippers and supposedly they were the favorites. People have been underestimating our depth, our size, our versatility. But now I think people will open their eyes. If they still talking down on us, that's more fuel to the fire, more motivation. I'm cool with that. My man said, I hope LeBron's okay. Yeah, me too, bro. He did roll his ankle. He's probably going to get a bit swollen. He only has a day to heal that. But LeBron is the Iron Man of the NBA, guys. You know what I'm saying? Bust out a flag and wave him. That heck yeah, bro. Laker Nation, stand the heck up. We coming for this championship. And guess what? I already have my sight set on next year's championship as well. So let's go, baby. We bleed it, purple and gold. Feeling so hyped. Oh, man, the way we played tonight, guys. We look Showtime out there. We look like Showtime. There were several plays where I was like, yo, this is some Showtime right here. My man said, Dan, did you hear the media saying that they always knew we were good when they were talking down on us all year? Yeah, again, they're going to flip-flop and backtrack and try to take it back. Now Skip Bayless is saying he never said Kawhi was the best player in the world. Now he's trying to say it was KD. Well, guess what, Skip? We saw you throw away your New Balances, your ridiculous, ugly-ass clown shoes that you was wearing and making a mockery out of yourself on live television. And you can't take that back because it's recorded forever in our minds and on tape. We know Skip Bayless is a bandwagon. We know that. So I have no respect for bandwagons. They don't stick with a team. You should go down. He said, Dan, if your Lakers advance to the finals realistically, they are the favorites to win. I will donate $500 to your channel. RIP Kobe. Oh, man, that would be insane. But you don't have to do that, bro. Your support is more than enough. I appreciate you, man. The class you have shown, it humbles me as a fan. Normally I'd probably gloating right now. I'd be gloating right now, but not for Denver's purposes, but for the media. They've been hating on the Lakers all year. So I'd normally be gloating way more. However, you have humbled me with your humility, and I appreciate that. So no need to donate, even though 500 would be nice. But thank you, man. It's just a thought that counts. My man said, Marcellus Wiley, clown ass too. He said, Dan, who would you be more worried about in the finals, Miami or Boston? They're both good defensive teams. I think Boston has a better offensive team. However, Miami has more star power with Jimmy Butler, who I respect Jimmy Butler more than anybody in both of those series. So probably Miami. But I don't fear nobody. It's just respect. You have to take them serious. You have to take them serious from day one. The way that the Lakers came out and did this to the Nuggets. Same way, you have to take them serious. We're 3 wins away from the finals. That's huge. We haven't been there since 2010, Laker Nation. Do you know what that means? That means it's overdue. Overdue. And so I'm super excited. You don't understand. I feel like a kid in a candy store right now. Watching this game, I might rewatch the highlights just because I was just loving the way we're playing. We're so together, man, in every single aspect. And the fact that we're coming together, check it out. KCP's knocking down shots. What do you have, like 18, 21 points tonight? Kuzma's been extremely efficient on both ends of the floor. He's somebody who's flying under the radar, who's been efficient. Every time that another team goes on a run, Kuzma has been there to kind of level it out and come off the bench, give us huge minutes. Rondo has been the best bench player in the playoffs for us. And he only came along in the second round. But he has been the best bench player thus far in the whole bubble, I think. I don't think anybody's making the impact Rondo's making off the bench. You want to hear the stats? I got them right here for you. Got them right here for crazy stats, by the way. So the best part is that we did exactly what I wanted us to do. We held the Denver Nuggets to 21 points apiece for Jamal Murray and Jokic. And then there was no third scorer to get 20. That was crucial. I told you guys this in pregame. For the Lakers, LeBron James, 15 points on 6 for 11. So he didn't take a lot of shots. Still shot over 50% from the field. And he had 12 assists, 6 rebounds, and he was plus 15. Anthony Davis, told you guys, most crucial player in the series. And he's got to do this every single game for us to dominate. 37 points on 12 for 21 shot, 57% from the field. Absolutely destroyed it. Rebounds 10. He didn't have a block or a steal, but plus 15 as well. JaVale McGee, 0. He's putting up bagels, man. What's going on with JaVale? But he did have a nice block to start off the game, kind of set the tone defensively. Danny Green, he had a decent – well, actually, Danny Green was kind of off. He only had 8 points on 3 for 10. We need better from Danny Green for sure. But he did have 6 rebounds and 2 steals, so that's good. And he was also plus 20, so that's good. Defensively, he was there. Caldwell Pope, 18 points and 6 for 10. Shout out to KCP, man. He ain't fumbling that soap no more. So shout out to KCP. Kyle Kuzma, 11 points on 5 for 8. Like I said, very efficient. That's how we need his points. And it ain't about how many he gets. It's about how efficiently and within the flow of the offense with 4 rebounds and, just absolutely killing it. Caruso, he was 1 for 3. He only had 5 points. But, again, his stats don't always show up. He did have 4 assists. Rondo, who I thought him and Dwight were the players of the game, had 7 points on 3 for 7, so not bad there. And then he had 9 assists off the bench. That's huge, man. Getting everybody involved. 2 steals, absolutely huge. Playing defense as well. Playing the passing lane. He reads the passing lanes extremely well. Then you have Markieff Morris with 9 points on 3 for 4. He's been shooting lights out, so shout out to Markieff Morris and Rob for signing him. And then Dwight, my opinion, the biggest spark plug, probably the player of the game. 13 points on 4 for 5. So they were all dunks, but it's the way he got them. And then he had 2 blocks, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. So absolutely made the most of his minutes at Dwight Howard, man. Gotta love what he's been doing. He's been out of this world. And again, he neutralized Joker because he put him in there. Joker really couldn't do much. He got maybe 1 bucket, 2 buckets on him. That's it. Dan, do you think Bradley should get a ring for declining the bubble? Man, I'm not going to hate on Bradley, guys. Come on. He did it for his family. We have to be compassionate. Yes, we're Laker fans first, but we also have compassion. Let's not hate on. Yes, he had an exceptional regular season. Give the man a championship ring. What's it going to cost you? How's it going to hurt you as a fan, right? It's not going to hurt you. Not going to hurt you at all. Clipper Nation. There's a Clipper fan in here? Wow. He finally came back from the dead, I see. He was hiding under the rocks like a cockroach. Where's he at? I don't even see him. That's how irrelevant. Here he is. Clippers will bounce back. Yeah, they're going to bounce back to the second round, and then they're going to bounce out. Stop it, man. Stop, just please. Humble yourself, Clipper fans. Realize this is not your city. This is not your time. It won't ever be your time. You guys should start a petition to get your team moved to another city. That's the better. He said they're going to bust a team. She said Magic been talking shut to. What did he say? What did Magic say? I didn't hear nothing Magic said. I think Magic sometimes just speaks his mind, but I think he's a prisoner of the moment. As much as I love Magic Johnson, he'll say some crazy stuff like the greatest block of all time, Bam Adebayo. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? My guy said, Clipper Nation, you guys couldn't even beat the Nuggets. Humble yourself. Absolutely. Take some advice from a man here who's super humble and super chill, and he's always welcome on this chat. The Las Vegas Clippers has a nice ring to it, Maybe they could switch it to the Las Vegas slot machines, because they're always random. You never know what you're going to get with the Clippers. They have no shame. Absolutely not. I don't know. They're spineless. He said, Dan, the Lakers in 2009 beat Houston in the second round of the playoffs, and they beat the Nuggets in the Western Conference. Yes, I was just covering that. When was it? Yesterday in the Western Conference preview. Crazy, the comparisons from how Kobe led that team to the finals and how LeBron's leading this team to the finals. It's amazing. Kobe Bryant's still riding with us, man. Even, rest in peace, but after death. Like, man, that's crazy. Dan, AD and Dwight combo was great, man. He said JaVale should start, but Dwight should finish the second half. All I've been asking from a coaching staff, okay, because we had the talent. It's for these guys to put us in a position to win. And Frank Vogel has done that. So shout out to Frank. With the exception of game 1 of the playoffs when we lost to Portland, I thought that was his worst game yet, but I didn't throw him under the bus. I gave him a pass. I knew we'd bounce back. But sure enough, Frank Vogel's a good coach, and that's why I was happy when we signed him. The San Diego Strippers. Yeah, y'all remember when I gave him that? That was funny, huh? Lemon Pepper Lou, like what's his face calls him. He said, if they became the Seattle Sonics, would they have a better historic team? That's true. They would have the history of the Sonics. I mean, they could adopt that. He said the Las Vegas Strippers. Dan, do you think that Jokic goes hard next game? Absolutely. Now, we got him in foul trouble this game, so that was partially the reason he stayed at 21 points. Make no mistake. He's capable of going off. But the key here is to make him work for every bucket, get him tired, and then on the defensive end, blow by him. Do exactly what AD did tonight. AD just absolutely killed him tonight. 37 points, and he did that effortlessly and really didn't play much in the second half. So, again, it's crazy. He said DTLF, Skip just uploaded the video throwing the Flippers gear. Yeah, I retweeted that a little bit earlier. Skip Bayless is a clown, man. I lost all my respect for him because he jumps around. You're like, go down with the ship, sink with him. You were on that boat. Now you want to pretend like you didn't say half the stuff you said. Now you're trying to jump on any other fan base. But it's like, come on, sink with the ship. Have some pride. But the one thing Skip did say that was realistic was, and I don't know why he says stuff like this. I feel like he's being hypocritical. LeBron is the MVP. So that's the only thing he's gotten right all year. But, too bad his word means nothing. He said Skip should stay with the Spurs. For real, is it? Well, I thought the Spurs was his original team, but I can't tell after a couple years. What happened to Dion Waiters? You know what, Brian? He's been out with back injuries. So, hopefully he comes back healthy. He said refs in 4. I don't know what that means, dude. I don't know if you're a Nuggets fan or a Clippers fan or just a clown. But the refs had nothing to do with tonight's game. This was a blowout. And if you thought we won this game at the free throw line, we left about 10 free throws at the line for that ass. So your best chance as a Nugget fan of playing defense was putting us at the free throw line because we were missing. So stop it. Just stop it. Save some face, man. Don't become my next receipt that I take a snapshot of and then eventually show it off to everybody. Just don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. He said, I feel like the key is stopping Murray as long as we do that. Well, you know what? As good as Jamal Murray is, I feel like we had a much tougher series, the last series with James Harden, because he gets so many free throws. And Jamal Murray's not a flopper, so I respect him. He gets his buckets, he earns them. So, again, I feel like that series was a good test, and it made us stronger defensively. We're prepared. We faced some of the best perimeter players in the first round, and Dame and CJ, my favorite backcourt in the NBA. We faced them first round. We were already geared and primed and ready. That's why I say bring on whoever. People are saying, we don't want Portland, we're blah, blah, blah. If you're a Laker fan, you should never be scared. You want competition. So at the end of the day, Portland sharpened our tools, and we've been really sharp ever since. And again, then we faced the flopping Houston Rockets, and I think nothing's going to be worse than that. This was actually enjoyable as a game. Even when it was close, I was enjoying it because the Nuggets don't flop or cheat. So very enjoyable game, and I'm glad we could watch some true basketball, not, again, flop hard. And goodness gracious, that was atrocious, man. That was a horror movie. I think we start Howard the next game. Denver will hack a Shaq Howard, so maybe it's better we keep starting McGee. You know what? He's hitting his free throws, though. He's worked on his free throws this season, and I think he hit more free throws than Anthony Davis did percentage-wise. So, I mean, that's not going to be a problem if he's knocking down his free throws. By the way, if they hack Dwight, they already got in foul trouble, so that should not be a defensive scheme they should be running. They're already in foul trouble. They're going to get themselves in more foul trouble just to risk a couple of missed free throws? Nah, man. That's self-implosion right there. You don't want to do that. The Claw turned into the Butterfingers. Sweet Lou turned into Lemon Pepper Lou. Clippers slipped and slide right out of the bubble right after the Nuggets. He said bust their bubble, hopefully. He said, can't wait till next year. We're going to be hungry. Man, I'm not looking forward to next year yet. I'm here. I'm in the moment, guys. Enjoy it. Dominance. It doesn't happen too often, but when it does, playoff dominance is taken for granted. We should not take this for granted. Most playoff teams are fighting for the playoff lives. Look, the other series has been a close, it could have went any way. The fact that we're dominating just shows how primed and ready. I'm enjoying this, guys. This is rejuvenating to me. Like, I feel like I'm 25 again. and I'm about to be 30 this year. So I'm feeling 25 out here cheering. Man, I want to go play basketball. Matter of fact, tomorrow I got a date with my homie to go at the park and play, man, for the first time in months. So hopefully they put the hoops back up because I need some run, man. I'm getting this double chin over here. Yep, I need to get out there. Did anyone really have a bad night tonight? Crazy good game. Nah, man. Right now we are firing on all cylinders. Clipper fans, oh my goodness! I didn't know you guys still existed after a couple days ago, man. That's ridiculous. Lob City Clips. Why you call yourself Lob City? You don't have Blake Griffin no more. Don't you remember you guys backstabbed him after telling him you were gonna hang his selfie up in the banners? Stop it, man. Stop it. How are we delusional? We're about to become champions. You shouldn't even be talking to me right now. You should feel ashamed of yourself. You're like a mice, and I got all kinds of rat traps in my house. So I mean, don't come around me, bro. Dwight Howard got the Rodman mentality. Dwight Howard is hungry. And I told you guys pregame, I feel Dwight Howard's going to come out here and just destroy it tonight. Him and JaVale. I expected better from JaVale, but at least Dwight did that. And so if he does that continuously, nobody. Bam Adebayo is his little brother if he does that in the next series. I'm telling you right now. I was saying Bam Adebayo reminds me a little bit of a prime Dwight, except, a little bit more skill set as far as shooting and stuff like that, but less dominance. Dwight's always been more dominant. If the Lakers go up 2-0, I think the Lakers win the series. But if we lose to the great Lakers, it won't be all bad. This matchup against the Lakers could motivate us to be better if the Lakers beat us. You know what, man? You have the right outlook as a fan. You're like me. When the Lakers were losing, I still stayed positive because I knew we were building something special. I love fans like you, bro. Let me tell you something. The Nuggets have a bright future. They have a bright future. They're doing this, and they're so young. And I don't know about your cap situation, but if y'all could add another third piece to Murray and Jokic, whether it be a trade or free agency, the league's in trouble. So, I like the talent you guys have. You guys might there's a lot of young talent, but you guys have probably the most mature young talent as far as Jokic and Murray and Michael Porter Jr. Like these guys are out here performing now. Granted, that could be because you're in the bubble and there's no fan pressure and stuff like that. But still, man, I got to give major props. And I like your mindset because that's the mindset you should always have as a fan. You have to see it as a positive, especially because nobody expected the Nuggets to be out here. I did. I thought we'd be facing them in the Western Conference. If y'all don't believe me, go back and watch my video. That said, I could see Lakers Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. People didn't believe me. They thought it was going to be Clippers. The real depth shows throughout the course of the regular season and especially in the playoffs. And the Nuggets have always been a deep team since last year. So, again, y'all have a super bright future. I don't know what your cap situation, what your draft picks are looking like, but y'all like one good piece away from actually putting the fear of God into teams, actually. So we'll see, man. I have a feeling we're going to be dealing with the Nuggets for years to come. And to me, y'all still the better team than the Clippers. Way better. I'll take y'all over the Clippers next year. Matter of fact, the Clippers, I think they're going to lose Montrezl Harrell. I wouldn't be shocked if they traded Paul George. This might be the last of them we see. So they had a 1 year window while the Lakers, we're going to have cap space. We're going to have returning free agents. We're going to have, if we cut a player or two, we could have 15 to 20 mil in cap space. So let's say a player like, I don't know, Fred VanVleet becomes available. We could use that cap on him on a 1+1, or we'll see. He said they can't afford to trade PG. Well, if they keep him, they're not improving much. Dan, do you think LeBron is going to go off in game 2 since he didn't play well this game? Well, I thought he played well. I obviously he didn't put up the best numbers, but he was getting everybody involved and he got everybody going just like Rondo did. So again, between him and Rondo, they combined for 21 assists. Think about that. It's like you have a Hall of Fame Magic Johnson type point guard when you combine them both together. That's amazing. Hey, Jameson, he said, AD once again showed why the Lakers moved heaven and earth to get him. Actually, Jameson, and thank you for the donation again, bro. I always appreciate you, man. You always coming through with the donations. Actually, looking back at the trade, I feel like it was highway robbery for us because we gave up Alonzo Ball that's still underdeveloped, still hasn't turned out to be that second overall pick that we all expect him to eventually become. Brandon Ingram, who had a most improved player of the year, but he's the biggest chip. And again, Anthony Davis is way more of an impact player than Brandon. So the numbers don't always tell the story. Some players are good on bad teams that put in up numbers. And then you have Anthony Davis, who's a franchise, once-in-a-lifetime type big man who you can't You get lucky if you draft a player like this, and you get extra lucky if he demands to be traded to your team. So again, we didn't move heaven and earth. Heaven and earth moved to the Lakers, and that heaven and earth meaning heaven, LeBron, and earth, Anthony Davis. They've taken over the league, man. They're a huge 1-2 punch. And by the way, looking back at the trade, like I said, the best piece we gave up was Brandon Ingram. Lonzo's still underdeveloped. Josh Hart, you can draft plenty of players like that. The draft picks aren't going to be worth anything if we keep dominating. So what exactly did we give up? Now, heaven and earth is what the Clippers gave up for Paul George. They gave up like 3 first-round picks. They gave up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's looking close to like superstar status, but not quite. I'll say all-star. They gave up Gallo, who's always borderline all-star, except in the West. And then what else did they give up? I lost track. They gave up so much only to get to the second round. Think about that. He said Booker to the Lakers next year. I don't even think we need him, but if we get anything like that, it's over for the next 3 to 4 years. We get Booker or Lillard or anything like that, I would love Dame. I'm a big Damian Lillard fan. That's my guy, Mr. Dame time. That's my guy. However, Booker would be nice too. I don't care. But to be realistic, I think the Lakers are saving up for Giannis. I think that's more realistic, meaning y'all remember my plan I said yesterday? Yeah, I think that's a real possibility. What if Giannis goes to the Nuggets? That would be a crazy good look. If Giannis goes to the Nuggets, I think he definitely makes him a championship contender. Like I said, they're one piece away, but a major piece. Like Giannis, that would be insane. And they got shooters too. Gary Harris, Jamal Murray. Can you imagine? You wouldn't be able to double team Giannis, or he would hit the shooters. Even Jokic should spread the floor. So, but again, I don't think Giannis is that type of player to go to like that type of market. I think he's looking at New York. I think he's looking at Miami. I think he's looking at the Lakers. I think he's looking at a real big market to maximize his brand. Like people underestimate big markets. I think he's going to Golden State Warriors. That's my biggest fear, Lakers squad. That's my biggest fear, man. I feel like if he goes to Golden State Warriors, it's going to be really hard to match up. We're going to need to make a trade. Maybe Zach LaVine, maybe Bradley Beal, something like that. We're going to need a third star if he goes there because they have the shooters and the big man in the paint. We're going to need a shooter. We're going to need something, another scorer to take pressure off of LeBron because we don't want LeBron getting banged up in the paint by Draymond and by, Giannis and then, not have enough shooting or firepower. So hopefully that doesn't happen because I love our team. I would hate to have to trade Kuzma and KCP and all these players that we like in order to have to match up. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. That's a worst case scenario. But yeah, I do dread that. I dread that if Giannis demands a trade, they're the number ones in line. He said, bro, we were straight dogs tonight. Bro, I love it, man. Laker fans, be prepared because even if there's no parade, we're going to have one. We're going to force a parade, guys. We're going to Kobe Bryant Avenue and we're going to throw the biggest Black Mamba theme parade. Everybody needs to wear their snakeskin prints if y'all have them. If not, y'all got to wear some Kobe jersey. I want the parade to be filled with Kobe and GG jerseys. Like, I just want it to be some LeBron and AD jerseys here and there and some Kuz, but mainly I want to see a bunch of Kobe Mamba skin prints, man. On Kobe Boulevard, and we need to make this an iconic moment. We need to make this a storyline. He said, I think Lakers is more realistic. My dog said, hold up, I got to read what my dog, a.k.a. Denver Nugget fan. What did he say? He said, so I think Lakers is more realistic than Giannis going to the Nuggets. But you never know. I mean, if Giannis wants to build a legacy of his own, going to Denver would be great because Denver really hasn't won championships like that. So if Giannis could get them up there, that would be huge for his career. Again, a lot of people don't understand that, yeah, if you build your own legacy in a place like Denver, cool. But winning a championship for the Lakers means a lot as well for your career. So that is definitely an option for Giannis, especially because we have the biggest fan base in the world in basketball. So, Nemo said, stop talking about the parade moment too soon. Nah, man, the way the Lakers are looking, we better start planning a parade ahead of time, especially because, Kobe Bryant Boulevard with the coronavirus and all that, we need to make this special, man. I don't care. We all have to be wrapped up in a bubble to get out there. We got to get out there and jump around. It's the Lakers should sign Montrez. He is a free agent. I want no part of that guy. I think he's overrated. We got Dwight. Dwight's giving us that type of production for minimum salary. No, thank you. No, thank you on Montrez. Overrated ass Whoopi Goldberg. Nah, Toronto can have him. We don't want him. He's undersized too. I'm cool. He's like a glorified Ronny Turiaf. I'm cool on that. He said, Bomber traded away all their picks to like 2027. Like if PG was 24, 25 years old. Exactly. That's ridiculous. He said if the strippers don't win in the next 2 years, they never will. Well, they're not winning ever. As long as they're here in LA, they're going to learn the hard way. It's the Clipper curse. You can't live in our shadow and, come out of that. No, the Lakers are going to be here. We're going to be the roadblock to stop them every year. So, this year they didn't even get to us. That's how whack they were. But if they would have got lucky enough to get to us, they would have got blocked like crazy. Man. You saw what we did tonight. And this team is no joke. Denver, we're just that good. But if the Lakers win the chip, which they have a great shot at, wouldn't Giannis want to play for the Lakers since y'all got his brother? Lakers would be very scary with Giannis. Look, I don't know how Giannis thinks. Giannis could be one of two minds. He could be the type that says, man, I want to be a part of a winning culture. I want to go there and be a part of that legacy. Or he could be the type that says, man, I want to stay here in Milwaukee, or I want to go somewhere where I can build my own legacy. I don't know how these players think anymore. These are, different. They're different. They're built different. Back then, it was all about loyalty. You didn't see a lot of super teams. But now anything's possible. So it's a possibility. People are laughing at me right now. Like non-Laker fans, if I say Giannis on their page, they'll be like, you're crazy. Delusional Laker fans. But are Laker fans really delusional? We've been right all along. When Dwight Howard was up for grabs in 2011, 12, we were saying Dwight's coming to Lakers. People were like, you guys are crazy. You want everything, blah, 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 blah. Like, all right. And then we got Dwight. And then, when the rumors came out that LeBron was considering leaving because Dan Gilbert didn't want to give up the draft picks to build around him anymore and blah, 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 blah. I don't know why you wouldn't to build around LeBron. It's the 7th pick. Colin Sexton is not worth losing LeBron James. But again, there's levels to greatness in GMing, and Dan Gilbert is kind of dumb. So, when that happened, we predicted LeBron coming to the Lakers. Go back and watch my videos. And people said we were crazy. And then they said, remember this? They said, if LeBron comes here, it's only to make movies. Nah, we can do it all because LeBron is great. So, he came here to do it all. But we always tell people, we always tell fans that we are not delusional. We're actually the most accurate fan base. They just hate us because we're wrong. So, my man, Endo 420, what's up, bro? Appreciate you. He said 248. He said, Lucky Jacket Game 1 Finals. We haven't needed it yet. Yes, in the finals, I will whip it out. I told you guys. Lucky Laker jacket coming up. Now, next game, I don't have to bring it out. Why? Because obviously you saw a dominating performance. But you know what else is going to motivate them? The Mamba night. We wearing the jerseys tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but on Sunday, is it? Sunday? Sunday, we wearing the jerseys. So it's a wrap. I think we're winning that one as well. Y'all seen we're undefeated when we wear that jersey, man. The spirit of Kobe and Gigi just flows through it. So it's a beautiful thing. Clement, he said, LeBron on finishing second in MVP voting. It pissed me off. Because out of 101 votes, I got 16 first place votes. That's so disrespectful, man. Again, the hate is real, but he's starting to realize as a Laker, you got to swim against the current. A lot of people hate on us. A lot of people hate on us because we're the greatest. Kobe Bryant only got one MVP in his career, yet he was the closest thing to Michael Jordan. Tell me how that's possible. I'll wait. No, seriously, I'll wait because there's no way Kobe should have only had one MVP. He should have at least had 3 or 4, at least. With the great career he had, leading the league in scoring all those years and just dominating on both ends of the floor, also defensive. Crazy, man. He said, Rondo, Dwight, Wesley Matthews, David Bertans, Fred VanVleet, and Millsap should be our top targets. Well, I'm not sure we have enough cap to get all those guys, but we'll see what we do. We will see what we do. I can't wait. He said, imagine CP3 and Kobe together. Again, Kobe would have ended up with like 6 or 7 if that would have happened. Seriously. And then I kind of do feel sorry for Chris Paul because he does play hard, even though he sometimes annoys me with his complaining and stuff, but he's feisty, and you got to give him credit for that. And he deserved the championship, I think so. But thanks to the other commissioner, who I'm not going to mention anymore because I don't want to throw dirt on his name. He passed away. You never want to talk smack about a dead person, but he stopped the trade, and that was tough. He said, DTLF, Nike need to drop hella more Mamba jerseys, especially if we win the chip. Absolutely. And if they do, man, I'm copying myself one. And if I can cop 2, I'll definitely give one away to you guys. But, yeah, they need to drop a lot more merch, man, because we need that. I tried, man, but they were gone like this. They were gone quicker than the PS5. Seriously, but that's how much we love Kobe, and it's understandable. But they need to meet the customer demand, just like PS5. Need to meet that customer demand because you have a loyal fan base. Nash robbed Kobe and Shaq. Man, But it's not Nash's fault. He was balling out. It's the people who vote fault. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair the way they vote. Those votes should be made public. That way we can ridicule the people who voted if they voted for the wrong person. Like if Jalen Rose voted for Giannis, we should be able to destroy Jalen Rose. That way it puts pressure on him to vote for the right people. He said, Dan, the Clippers are jealous. They traded CP3 right as we about to trade for him, and we about to sign Kawhi. They were so desperate, and Kawhi fell into their lap. Yeah, they always try to see black every single move we do. But you know what? At the end of the day, it don't matter what they do. They're cursed. They're always going to fall short. They don't know how to win. They try to take shortcuts. They act entitled. They build the wrong team. It's just like a big, huge disaster, which only low IQ basketball fans actually believe that the Clippers were contenders this year. The rest of us knew it was a bold-faced lie. Like the Nuggets have a better chance at contending than the Clippers because at least they're well-rounded. They got bigs. They got wings. They got guards. It's that simple. It's not math. It's not brain surgery. You know, it's simple. You try to build a well-rounded team. What the heck is Whoopi Goldberg, midget head ass, and unexperienced Zubac's going to do against AD, against Dwight, a possessed Dwight like this, against even JaVale can make an impact. He had a block tonight. So again, they just don't know how to build. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're headed to the 46-minute mark, man. I thought it was only going to be like a 30-minute video. I get carried away. Love talking basketball. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please, 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 please smash the like button. See, we got 600 people in here. Let's try to get at least 500 likes. I appreciate you guys if you do. One like button equals one hater Clipper fan. So make sure y'all continue to smash that like button and show support for your boy. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a video sooner. We'll see, depending on the playoffs. Anything special happens, you know where to find me. It's your boy. It's been real. Catch you guys on the next one. Have a great night. Enjoy this victory. Go Lakers, baby. Let's get it.